What is going on, everybody? We are here for another episode of the CC Podcast. My name is Mike Sexton. I'm the junior high pastor here at Bethany Church, and I'm excited to be with you guys today. I'm also with my great friend, the one and only, the man, the myth, the legend, Jacob Allen Nielsen. What is going on, bro?
Dude, it's good to be here. It's good to be alive. We're out here celebrating another day on this beautiful earth.
Come on.
We're recording a little bit early because, we got to pre-record some of these things because you're on baby watch,
I'm on baby watch.
At this point, when this releases, you'll, most likely, I think 100% will have a child. So that's exciting.
Lord willing, yep.
In and of itself. And so going a little bit more into, exciting news, fun things, as most of you might already know, John Krasinski, a.k.a. Jim from The Office, has created something during quarantine. It's called the, SGN show. Some good news.
Some good news.
And so basically he's just
real
sitting
simple.
there, super simple. He's just sharing good news that's going on all across the nations. And I don't know, it was just something that was super uplifting. Obviously, when you turn on the news, you go on social media, it's a lot of things that are difficult and hard and scary and heavy, right? So we don't sit there and really actually reflect on the things that are good that's going on in our lives. So we're going to just reflect on some good things that are going on in our lives that we've seen at church and all that different aspects. So it gives us an opportunity to share the things that are going on that are good versus all the crap that's going on.
Yeah.
Because wearing masks all the time sucks.
Yep.
Social injustice, all the things that are going on with everything, it sucks.
Yep.
Everything just sucks. It's a big suck fest. I'm tired of it.
Yep.
We need to talk about things that are good.
I love that.
So, Mike, tell me something good.
Something good. I think the first thing is obviously the baby. When you guys are listening to this, we probably have a baby at home hanging out, which I'm super pumped about. In this very moment, I'm excited for that day.
Right.
In the moment, I'm going to be tired, and I'm going to be tired of wiping poopy butt, diapers. But that is good. I think for me right now, it's been really good the last few weekends. As you know, in youth ministry, a lot of times work takes up a lot of your life.
Right.
It's hard to take a full weekend, to take 2 full days off,
Yep.
In the last few weeks, my wife and I have actually been able to spend a lot of time together, which has been super good. Been able to do a lot of fun things, which has been great. But then also we've been able to do absolutely nothing. So we started watching Grey's Anatomy, which is great. I've been watching that for way too long.
That's brutal.
Too many episodes. Why is that brutal? You don't like the show, or?
I just couldn't watch it for that long. That's like, I'm back at home and there's reruns of Grey's Anatomy and I'm watching it for my lunch break or whatever, but I'm not powering through it like you guys are.
Oh, we're just powering through, dude.
That's so nice.
We watched 20 episodes this weekend, which was great.
Brutal.
So good. We wasted 20 hours of our lives in 3 days.
That's crazy.
It's good though. Good for the soul.
They're an hour-long episodes?
42.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And then if you skip the intro and all that kind of stuff, it's 40 minutes.
Okay. There you go. 40 minutes casually.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. I don't know. When I sit there and think about you are about to have a baby and just the miracle of life that is going on in your wife's stomach, it's mind blowing that we have the opportunity as humans to create other little humans.
that will grow up and be just as big as us.
It's so crazy to think about the miracle of childbirth and praise God, Lord willing, your baby's healthy, doing all the things that it needs to do to continue being a good little baby. But I don't know, just sitting there, just thinking about the miracle of life that is, and babies can be really stressful financially, mentally, probably spiritually even too. But just even to be able to reflect right now of the joy that little thing is going to bring you.
Yeah.
And even in the future, if you have more kids, their relationships they're going to be able to build, or the relationships you're going to have. I don't know. It's just, being a dad has always pumped me up, as Sabrina already knows. So it's just really cool to be able to I don't know, think about that and reflect on the miracle of childbirth.
Yeah. It's weird when you're in it. Hannah and I don't think we've even realized how real it is yet. Which is crazy. We know we're having a baby. We're fully prepared. We've been saving. We've been getting all the stuff ready, getting everything together, all that kind of stuff. But even, dude, we were just planning. We're going in the end of September. We're going to Hannah's friend's wedding. And we're planning this trip to Nebraska for this wedding in the middle of nowhere.
Ew.
And it's just like so many more things to think about.
Yeah.
Of just like, okay, so I need to get a flight, but then we need to make sure that we have like the stroller with us, the car seat with us, all of her stuff with us, then planning out like, okay, because she was originally going to go by herself, but I'm like, you're going to have a 3-month-old baby by yourself. So I'm like, I need to figure out how to get there and go. And it's just like so many more things to worry about of like baby, making sure it's a car that whatever is good enough, a safe car for our baby when we get a rental. I don't want just a random person coming to pick us up. You know what I mean?
Right.
And it's just like a bunch of random stuff that I never had to think about.
Wow.
And it's just crazy because I don't know. I've heard from a lot of people when you actually hold her in your arms for the first time, like a flip just switches, like your heart just gets bigger, like the things that matter in life that mattered before aren't the things that matter anymore. Right. And it's just like everything revolves around this little one. And I'm just excited for those kind of moments where it just kind of clicks. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so good.
So
also, you just said when the flip gets switches.
Dude, I said that the other day.
When the flip gets switches.
No. When the switch gets flipped. But I was in the car with Jeff Levine the other day, and I said that too. I said the switch get flipped.
No, the flip gets switched.
The flip gets switched.
Makes no sense. Anyways,
when the flip gets switched, bro.
That's so ridiculous. That's so good. I'm excited. I'm excited to see roads. I'm excited to send that thing down the river in a loving way.
It's not funny.
Bring it back. But anyways.
What do you got good for us, bro?
Dude, I just like the small things, the little things in life. I was just watching a video, and there's this husband that during this quarantine thing, like at the very beginning, his wife was in a Alzheimer, like kind of center or whatever. And so COVID hit. He wasn't able to go see her.
Yeah.
So she has Alzheimer's. I don't know like how much she forgets. I don't know all the details of like how bad it is or whatever. But like every day he would go and sing to her through the window.
Wow.
And they were singing Amazing Grace, and she would like pick up and sing Amazing Grace with him. And I was like, this is freaking beautiful.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. The husband obviously loves his wife. Like, and they're like 70 something or like maybe even 80. And it was just like a very sweet, touching moment. Yeah. Or, you know, and I'm stealing all of this from the SGN, aka John Krasinski's
Shout out.
Shout out, John.
They sponsor us.
Yeah, John specifically sponsors us.
Yeah.
And The Office, too. He sponsors us, and The Office sponsors us as well. So shout out to Dwight. But anyways, I don't know. Yeah, and there's just like these beautiful moments where people are celebrating. People are still clapping outside of my our apartment complex at 8:00 for all the healthcare workers.
Wow.
So it's like a cool reflection of us just coming together as a society and just loving on people that are dedicating their lives to help the people that are sick. And so that was just really cool. And what was the last thing? Oh, I just think it's sick that the NBA is finally coming back.
Dang, bro.
Dude.
And baseball.
Crickets. Like crickets. Dude, I'm not the biggest baseball fan, and I don't for sure not to watch it
as
live.
He's wearing a Dodgers hat.
Well, yeah, it's for the representation of LA.
Yeah, he's a huge fan of the Dodgers, yet he probably doesn't watch any sports.
No, absolutely not. I like the Dodgers more than the Angels, I'll say that.
Well, that's kind of
Anyways, so to continue on, I think I'm just excited for basketball season, dude. Good news. It's just so high pace, high energy, the hype. You're super excited about something. What?
Did you see that Cam Newton's going to the Pats?
Oh yeah, that dude dropped today.
That's wild.
That's gonna be old news when this gets released. Yeah, he 1-year contract to the Pats.
That's wild,
dude. Former MVP. I'm excited to see what he does.
I feel like he's gonna go off.
Dude, I can only hope so, dude. He looks in shape. And once again, this is going to be old news, but there's like some of his like workout videos they get me freaking hyped up, dude.
Don't
He's
sleep,
like
dude.
launching rockets and
Don't
just
sleep.
being buff and stuff.
Right.
And I'm like, dude, that's going to be so sick. But I'm excited for competition.
Yeah.
I'm excited for sweat. I'm excited for people getting dunked on. I'm excited for yelling at the refs and getting hyped when I see LeBron just put it down on everybody's domes. You know what I'm saying?
Big LeBron fan?
I like the Lakers, and they just get me excited about, like, basketball is just so hype sometimes. You know, like any plays, you hit a 3-pointer, people are dancing. I'm like, I like that. That's a sport I want to watch. I want to see people dancing. I want to see people get mad and frustrated because they're sucking. And I want, I want the smell of victory when it comes to LA. Whether that's through the Clips or the Lakers. I'm not like one of those guys that has
Because it's not going to come through the Dodgers. You know what I mean?
Oh, stupid. I don't know, dude. Yeah, probably not. They'll lose at the end like they always do. But, yeah, so that's our good news. You got any more good news for us? Can you think of anything else? Some good, wholesome sweetness?
I don't know. I think all I can think about is my child right now.
Yeah.
That's all I can think about.
That's all that's
We're
locked
38
in.
weeks pregnant. It's coming within the next 2 weeks, without a doubt.
Yeah.
It's freaking wild.
Yeah.
It's nuts. So
Yeah.
that's my news.
Okay, good. Well, if you're listening to this, you're watching this, think of some good things that are going on in your life.
Come on.
Personally, something that you're excited about. It's easy to get wrapped up in all the darkness and frustration and the difficulties of everything that's happening. So make sure you sit there and reflect on the things that are good. And also, let me just tell you this, God's still on the throne. He's still in control.
Always.
So despite all the crap that's going on, know that he's still there. He still cares for you. He's still a part of this. And that we need to see, at the end of all this, what God was doing ultimately.
Yeah.
So just wanted to say that little tidbit as well.
I love that.
And then go into our next segment. The next thing that we're going to talk about is we're going to be talking about dating. You know what I mean? Not from a young adult standpoint, not as a 25-year-old.
We're both married men, so we're talking.
We know what it takes to go the distance. You know what I mean? Dude! You can't. I can hear your stomach. Ew, this is so gross. So for those of you that aren't watching, Mike just freaking yacked his LaCroix, dude. Oh my gosh, we're not okay.
Well, I started laughing and then it started going down the wrong pipe and then I wanted to throw it up.
That's gross. Well, now we got a great stain in here. Just kidding. Not stain. LaCroix.
It's LaCroix.
That's the best part about LaCroix, dude. Doesn't get sticky. Doesn't stain nowhere. You know what I mean? That ain't going to stain nowhere.
Yeah, it's good. Good for the soul.
So we're going to be talking about dating. Okay?
Yeah.
And once again, not about adults. We're married. We, figure it out. We want to talk about dating from 6th grade to 12th grade.
Okay.
What it's like, what you should be doing, what you should be looking for.
Yeah.
Advice we got to give you.
Yeah.
Maybe how to find a godly mate. Maybe somebody who's equally yoked.
Yep.
Missionary dating. Maybe we go over all those topics.
Yep.
Who knows? So, Mike, let me hear some experiences that you've had dating as a junior higher or high schooler. Just like one or two. Yeah. And how did they go? How did they go? Is the biggest question.
Well, I didn't marry anyone that I dated out in junior high and high school, so none of them worked out. Let's just say that. Definitely not all their fault. It was also my fault as well. Like, it didn't work out because I was immature and I was stupid, and obviously God had someone else in store for me. But I think the thing that I would think about just like dating when I was in junior high and high school, so I was just extremely immature and very focused on myself, cared about myself. I was very selfish. And so I think the biggest thing that I think about when I think about dating during those times for me, and the biggest reason why none of them were healthy, none of them ended well, was because of my selfishness and me just wanting what I could get out of the relationship rather than what I could give. So
gotcha.
That's when I think about my relationships. In 7th grade, I dated 5 girls.
Yeah.
And I don't think one of them lasted longer than a week. So gotta love a little 7th grade dating.
Gosh, brutal.
One of them I broke up with in a note I passed her in 6th period English class, in Miss Hong's class.
Oh, Miss Hong.
Kelsey Myers. Sorry.
Sorry.
She's married now, too.
You missed a good one.
Yep.
Does she got a kid?
No, I don't think so.
All right,
No,
sorry.
she's just married, or she's engaged. I don't know.
Oh,
But
well, leave her in the dust.
Her friend, she didn't. She asked me out.
Wait, who? The friend?
Kelsey.
So Kelsey, not Hong, Kelsey Myers asked you
yep.
out, and then how does your friend involved?
Her friend is the one that actually asked me for her.
Oh gosh,
I'd never met her before, and I said yes. And then
so you had no idea what she looked like?
no idea who she was, and I broke up with her a week later. I talked to her like twice during that
okay.
week.
And then it's
She's
done.
she's a super awesome person.
Right.
She's really cool.
And that's mostly what like junior high relationships
Yeah.
mostly consist of.
Yep.
Is like, let's date. You hang out at school maybe a couple of times, and then all of a sudden you're like, I'm over this.
And you give each other an awkward hug as you leave.
Oh gosh, all your friends are staring at you. Like, are they gonna hug each other? Then you gotta awkwardly do it because peer pressure. That's the worst, dude. Worst case scenario.
Yep.
Right there. That's a terrible
What
feeling.
about you, bro?
Dude, honestly, I can't think of any junior high relationships, but like high school relationships were pretty decent. Hold on, pause. Did we do this already?
No. We did dating stories.
That's what it is. Okay, sorry. I was just reflecting. Okay, sorry. My bad. We'll have to edit this out.
No, we can. We can
Oh,
leave
we
it
can
in.
keep it in? Okay.
Who cares?
Well, yeah, clearly I'm a forgetful Betty and forgot we've done, we're veterans at the podcast game at this point. We've done so many shows, I forgot about what we've done. Anyways, when I think about dating in junior high and high school and like my thoughts is I started dating in high school,
Yeah.
whatever, and those relationships were fine. But when I think about it, I'm like, you can date. Like, I'm not going to tell you not to date
For
somebody.
sure.
A lot of people would be like, don't date anybody. You're not going to see them or you're never going to be friends with them and
Yeah.
whatever, you're going to waste your time. I agree with that to some point, but I think that's unrealistic to think like some junior hires and high schoolers aren't going to date.
Yeah.
But I think what I wanted to say is like, go have fun. Like,
Yeah.
go do stuff.
Yep.
Don't be so connected
Yeah.
like with this one person because you want to like awkwardly watch a movie and just try to make out with them all the time.
Yep.
Like, go have fun with your friends. Like, go to the beach, go do a bunch of fun stuff.
Yeah.
Because I think that gets lost so much in high school is like you'll get a buddy, they'll date a girl, and then all of a sudden you don't see them for 4 months.
Yep.
And they're like gone, and you hit them up, you're like, oh, I'm going to see blah, blah, blah. We're going to go watch Netflix and probably just make out on the couch or whatever. Mm-hmm. And that's like the reality of a lot of those relationships because, you're selfish and you just want to get that
Yeah.
weird sexual stuff, like whatever.
Yeah.
But go and you can date somebody and go on dates and have fun. But like, go hang out with your other friends.
Yeah.
Go do stuff.
Yeah,
Don't ignore everybody else.
Yeah. I totally get you want to spend alone time with the person or whatever and get to know them, whatever. High school, I made a lot of stupid decisions too, so I'm not going to shame you for whatever. But at the same time, like, if you can't spend time with your friends and her and their friends together, like, if you can't be together, it's not
going to work out.
It's not going to work out.
Yeah. You weren't meant for each other, and that's fine.
Yeah.
Move along. And
On to the next one.
On to the next one, because there's probably another one waiting around the corner for you. You never know. But I think, when I see high schoolers, they just get so infatuated with their significant other that they leave all their other friends in the dust. And they're like, where did my friend go? And then you try to come back, and they're like, no, bro, we're different people now. We don't want to be friends with you, loser.
Yep.
And then friendships are broken. And then now you're brokenhearted double times.
Broken-hearted double times.
Double times.
Double
You know what I'm
time,
saying?
broken heart.
But I don't know. Yeah. Because I think it's unrealistic to think that high schoolers and junior hires aren't going to date.
Yep.
But like, at least go have fun with your friends and go do stuff.
I agree.
Be a good friend.
I completely agree.
What do you think about like dating in high school, junior high, equally yoked? Missionary dating. What's your thoughts and opinions? Do they work out? What does that look like?
Yeah, I think that it's
Actually, define those things because now
So,
that I think about it, non-Christians.
let me
are listening,
just
like,
let
what
me
are we
just
talking
speak to the unequally yoked comment, and then I'll let you speak on the missionary dating
Sure.
comment. For the being unequally yoked piece, that basically just means you're married to dating someone that doesn't have the same belief system as you. You could apply it to any context, but for the Christian, if someone is not also a Christ follower, to be unequally yoked would be to have someone that you're dating in a relationship with that doesn't share the same beliefs as you. They're not a Christ follower, that sort of thing. Now, as a married person, if my wife and I were not equally yoked, it would cause a lot of problems in our marriage. Decision making, soon to be parenting, all of those different sorts of things because we're operating out of different frameworks. Do I think that and it's different per student. I wouldn't say that most students I know, and I could be wrong, but most students I know, their relationship with the Lord is the determining factor in every decision that they make.
Right.
And I know that sounds kind of harsh,
Right.
but I think it's true. And so to expect my 7th grade student, they like a girl or they like a boy or whatever, I don't realistically think the first thing on their mind is that person a Christian as well?
Right.
And so they're not operating out of that framework because I don't think they see the implications that it has on their life. And so as a pastor, I obviously would try and push them toward a relationship with someone that is going to have the same values, going to be able to set similar boundaries, those sorts of things. Right. But to expect a student to kind of do that on their own, I think that's unrealistic. Along the same lines of you thinking it's unrealistic to expect junior high and high school students not to date.
Right.
And so obviously as a Christ follower, I think that we as Christ followers are called to be married to someone that is also a Christ follower. Like that's how it's designed to be. Mm-hmm. But I do not have the unrealistic expectation that every single student is going to do that without a little bit of pushing, a little bit of directing, a little bit of help in that decision making. And I think it's hard. I think it's messy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because like it's not like most students, they don't come up to me and they're like, hey, I kind of like this boy. Should I date him? It's just like, oh, I got a boyfriend.
Right.
It's like, okay, what do you do there?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I think, and then to start talking about like missionary dating, whether that's, and so that's basically you're a Christian. You got, let's say you're a junior in high school. Mm-hmm. And you're a girl, and you're like, whoa, that boy is so cute. I would like to date that boy. Look at his long, blonde hair. He's so handsome.
He skates.
There you go, skater. He wears Vans, and I love how his dickies are cuffed. Let me go get that man's number.
He has his beanie rolled really perfect.
Yeah, oh gosh, he's got a great rolled beanie. And, that guy... Come to find out, he's not a follower of Jesus. So then you're like, I'm going to start dating this guy, and I'm going to bring him to Christ through our relationship. Then you start talking about Jesus. Then who knows what that conversation looks like if they actually end up, coming to the Lord, coming to youth group, all that stuff. Or if they just kind of drop off the face of the earth, or maybe drag you down to a place of what they're, what they're okay with because they don't have that same framework that we have of viewing everything through Scripture. So it could be either way. I would suggest not to missionary date. With there obviously are some exceptions. Like before Sabrina and I started dating, technically, like I came to Christ before we actually started dating. Yeah. Which I think, that was a big thing for her, was like wanting to be able to date somebody who follows after Jesus, because eventually later on in her life, she wants to be able to share that with somebody, like share that relationship with God, the creator, right? Like you want to be able to share that and be like, they believe in the same thing I believe in. Because it would just be, for me, it would be odd dating somebody and having that be different as like being married, And I'm like, my life revolves around Jesus. Like, clearly I work in a job where that's it's easier to do that. Yeah. But like, that is, I would hope if I wasn't in a ministry role, I hope that would still be the same of like, for sure, my life revolves around God and the Scriptures. And I would want somebody else to live in that same way and want the same things I want, because I find the Scriptures to be true. And so, so basically missionary dating is going after somebody who's a non-Christian and trying to convert them because you want to date them, and that you do that out of selfish reasons mostly, right? Like you want to date them or you want them to become a Christian because you want to date them, right? Yeah. It's kind of not like, oh, their soul to be saved. It's like, oh, but I want this one thing more, which isn't, necessarily good. And once again, there are stories where, sometimes it works out and people get married. And sometimes it doesn't. And, once again, that person who isn't a Christian could drag the Christian down to their level. I don't, down, but, sinful ways and all that sort of thing. So, not advised. Yeah. But if somehow that relationship works out, good for you. You know what I mean?
Just like the unequally yoked relationship.
Exactly.
Not advised.
No.
But it's not to say that God cannot
Right.
do that. My sister and my brother-in-law was not a Christian when they first started dating.
Yeah.
And he became, I don't think my sister was like, oh, he is like, I'm trying to get him to become a Christ follower.
Right.
She obviously was like from the beginning, like, this is super important to me. And so they weren't crazy serious
Right.
during that time period. But he gave his life to the Lord, and they're married, have a
Yeah.
kid, like involved in their church, all of those sorts of things. And so
Right.
it's not to say that those things can't work out, and that God can't use them and can't bring a believer and a non-believer together and then work in a way that one of them comes to faith and they're able to be equally yoked.
Right.
Because that is the call that we do have as Christians
Right.
when we were getting married, to be equally yoked.
Yeah. So we dropped some knowledge on you guys. We gave you guys some good old tidbits, just good old things to hold on to. Number one, we know you're going to date, and that's fine. That's a reality. But number one, make sure you're having fun. Make sure you're still seeing your friends. Bring that person around your other friends, and if they don't like your other friends, maybe that's a sign that she's not good for you, or he's not good for you.
Yep.
Also, equally yoked, what that looks like, and also missionary dating, not advised, but sometimes there is good results because God works beyond the things that we, sometimes know. And so, I hope you guys are able to take this, run with it, run with this knowledge. If you guys ever have dating issues, dating problems, we would love to talk to you about boys or girls. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whatever, whoever your partner is, I would love to be able to have a conversation what that looks like. Obviously, that would be a little bit more awkward if it was a girl talking to me about guys, but also I am a guy and I'd be able to share a lot and help you kind of understand maybe where they're coming from and tell you how dumb guys are most of the time.
Honestly,
aka 99% of the time.
Including us.
Including us, yeah. So make sure, you're thinking about that. If you have any comments, questions, concerns, please let us know. We would love to be able to help you because honestly, I'm a matchmaker. I'm a love guru. I see the people and I want to bring them together.
Would you have matched Hannah and I?
Yeah, easily done.
Easy?
It would have been done, dude.
Why?
Because you're both from Washington.
All right. So actually unequally yoked means you have to be from the same state.
I don't know, dude. Anyways, if you're sitting there and you're single and you're like, who's my match?
Hit Jacob up and he'll match you.
And I'll match you up real quick. You know what I mean? Lickety split. You don't even have to tip me. You could just slide me $1 under the table.
That's a tip.
Oh, wait.
You don't have to tip me, but just slide me $1.
Well, just give me $1. No, that's my fee. So that's
okay,
not on
you
top
charge
of.
$1.
I charge
but
$1.
You don't need to tip him.
Yeah.
But he takes $50 tips.
Or Red Bull.
Honestly.
Yeah. So
That's good.
Either or. Anyways, we love you guys so much. We hope you enjoyed this episode as much as I did. Mike literally basically threw up. That was hilarious. We love you guys. We miss you guys.
We love you. We miss you. Peace.